Hey guys, this is MMPR Fan 94. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see today, I'm going to be doing a special video. September next year, 2021, I'll be 10 years on YouTube. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to start and do a series of season Zord reviews. So today I will be doing the MMPR Season 1 set. Then I'll do the Season 2 set, the Season 3 set, CO, Turbo, in space, and then I'll have to stop at Lost Galaxy because that's as far as I've got. I haven't got around to getting Lightspeed Rescue yet. So, as you can see today, I will be doing the Dino Megazord. Notice the Thunder Megazord there. The Dino Megazord, Titanus, and Dragonzord, and I'll show you each one individually. I'll show you the transformation forms. Then I'll do the Ultrazord at the end. So I hope this to be a really good video. I hope you enjoy it and enjoy the video, guys. Right, so let's get started then. I will start with the Dino Megazord, so I will just do a bit of magic and make the Dragonzord and Titanus disappear and transform the Megazord into their Zord modes. And there we go, the Dinozords. So, you know, they don't introduced the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Saber-toothed Tiger, the Triceratops, the Mastodon, and the Pterodactyl. Now, this is my favourite Megazord. It's just so classic, and it's one of the reasons why I love Season 1. It's absolutely amazing. So I will form them into tank mode, which I will do, and I'll go through it as I work along it, because there's ways of doing the tank mode, and some people do it wrong. I will show you how to do it correctly. So what you do is you take the pterodactyl, and it'll disappear for a wee while. I don't know where to do them individually or not, because I don't think there's any point, because I'll tell you what I will do. I'll show them up close. So I'll start with the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So and I have to admit, this is my favourite Zord. I do have the legacy version up there, but this is about the originals today. Mastodon, which is a pretty good looking Zord. Of course, I've got the Acro stickers. Of course, I got them from retro labels about 9 years ago. They're under a new name now. I'm not sure what it is, but if anybody knows what the name of what retro labels is now, I think it begins with a T or something, please put it in the comments. The Triceratops, which I have the horns for, which took a long time to get. Acro stickers, the Saber-toothed Tiger. And the pterodactyl, which I like too. It's got the shiny proper chest piece instead of the cartoony blue piece that the American stickers had. So I will now transform them into the tank mode. So you move these aside, get rid of the Mastodon and the pterodactyl for a minute, and just put them over here. Right, you take the Saber-toothed Tiger, you move the tusks up. You fold the legs up, and you fold the legs till you squeeze in there, and you take the tail. That's him transformed. Then you take the Triceratops. Now the Triceratops is so easy. Just watch, don't blink, you will miss it. That's all there is to it. Very easy. So then you take the Tyrannosaurus and you squeeze the legs in like that, and I'll do it the right side. So you can see it like that. Fold the arms up. Don't do anything with the tail yet. As you see there's wee black buttons on the side. Press these in, and what that allows you to do is that allows you to move the knees up like that, so it's like that. Now my gripe with some people doing the tank mode is they don't use the black buttons, and it just looks weird. So just keep an eye out for that, and then you tilt his head up, and you move the tail back. So that's the Tyrannosaurus Rex ready for tank mode. Now you take the Saber-toothed Tiger and the Triceratops, which you can see it's holding the back, and they simply go in here. Now I make this important. The Triceratops goes on the right, and the Saber-toothed Tiger goes on the left. I've seen so many people do it the wrong way, and it just looks silly. So they just slot in here like that. So as you can see now, it now rolls. Now, you take the Mastodon, which I must admit I do love the Mastodon. It's a big brick, like it doesn't do much, but it looks amazing. So you just take the head off and you split the Mastodon like that. So it looks like that there. Oh. So it's like that there, and then what you do is there's two clips there, and they clip onto the back. They clip on there, so you just simply, it can be quite tough to do, you simply just, there we go, you hear that click? That's how you know it's on right. Right, so then you just flip the arms round, like that, and that's pretty much tight mode nearly done. Nearly done. So, let me see, yes. You take the guns, and they go on here. Like that, and then you take the Mastodon head. Mastodon, Mammoth, it's called Mammoth and Zoo Ranger, it's called Mastodon and Power Rangers, but whatever you want to call it, I call it both. It can be a Mammoth or a Mastodon, whatever. It's entirely up to you. Take the Mastodon head, and there's a wee hole, I'm trying to show you this here. There's a wee hole there under the head, and you put there's a wee bit of the Mastodon head, and you lift it out, and then you stick it in there. And that's tank mode nearly complete. You take the pterodactyl, simple, you keep the head out, you fold the wings back, so it's like that, and there's two tiny wee clips there, and they clip onto the back of the feet of the Mastodon. These two here, and they just clip on here until you hear a wee clipping noise. Like that. And now you have tank mode, folks, and I have to say I have always liked tank mode. And it's one of the great functions of this Megazord, that you can transform it into tank mode and then transform it into the Megazord. It's amazing. Because there's not too many Megazords out there that has sort of functionality like that there. Just show you from the side view. I'll just give you a close up. Always love making tank mode. Right, now you move on to Megazord mode. So what you do is, you take the guns off and you put them here, they'll come in just later. So you take the pterodactyl off and you put it here. Again, that'll come in just later. Take the Mastodon head off, put it away. You're not going to need it until you need it. So what I generally do here is I take the tail of the Tyrannosaurus and I flip it up like that. Then you take the arms and you fold them in like that. And what that does is that reveals the fists for the Megazord. And I've probably done that the wrong way, I have. Right, so that reveals the fists. So, right, what's next? Right, you take the guns, which I took off, and they go, there's two wee holes on the back of the feet, and they go on here. Like so, if you can see past my big chunky arms. Now this is quite tricky to do, so I'll try and do this. Right, the two black buttons I mentioned when I was doing tank mode, is you press them down, and what happens is it will snap the Megazord out of the mode it's in, and you just simply lift it up. Put the arms down, and you have Megazord mode. I love being able to do that, I really do. And you just flip these up. You lift this down. The T-Rex head goes in, revealing the head of the Megazord. You flip this up. You flip the head in of the pterodactyl, like so, and it just comes in. There's two wee pegs on the Mastodon, there's two wee pegs on the Mastodon for the chest. You just flip the horns forward, and there you have Megazord. And I love transforming that. I'll just give you a close up of it. This is definitely my favourite Megazord. I absolutely love it, so I do. Brilliant. A few tips for this Megazord is when you're buying it, make sure it comes with the Mastodon tusks, make sure it comes with the sword, the guns, and the Triceratops horns. I mean, what I had to go through to get these. I had to buy, I've had this Megazord since 2007, got it off eBay, and then I've had 2 other Dino Megazords just to get pieces for it. At one time, I had the rubber sword and no Triceratops horns. So one day I got lucky on eBay and I discovered a Megazord with the chrome saber and the Triceratops tusk. So there you have the Dino Megazord, complete full. And as I said, I have the chrome saber, which is right here, and it just looks so well. And then you just put that forward, put it in. There you have Megazord with the with this sword, and then you can put the mammoth shield on. You put it on here, and there you go. So I'm going to put aside the Dino Megazord. So as you know, the Megazord fought well, and then the Rangers defeated a lot of Rita's baddies, and then of course Rita had made her own Ranger, the Green Ranger coin, and he was evil. So after the end, she gave him a Zord. Now this is a lot of people's favourite sword, and it's just absolutely mental. The Green Dragonzord, which is here. Now, the Green Dragonzord is such a beautiful Zord. It's just absolutely marvellous. Just give you a close-up of it. Of course, again, I have the accurate stickers, which make it look amazing. Like in the toy of the Dragonzord when you first got it in America and Europe. Of course, I'm from Northern Ireland, so Europe would be where we would get ours, but it came from America. So when I say it's American, that's why. But it came with M's and stupid lightning bolts and looked ridiculous. So to get the accurate stickers for the Dragonzord, it's a must-have. It just makes it so much better looking. There's not much to say about the Dragonzord. It'll come into play whenever I combine it with the Megazord, because there's 2 bits that come with it. But the functions of it was it would shoot missiles out of its fingers. It does have battery and sound, which is what would happen whenever the Green Ranger would play into the Dragon Flute. The lights on the chest would go beep, 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 beep. And of course it would also have a whipping tail attack and then a spin. Now I would spin this tail, but the problem is it's very, very prone to break, so I just try and leave it as best I can. Right, that's all really to say about the Dragonzord. Now to form Dragonzord in fighting mode. And here we go, getting ready for Dragonzord in fighting mode. So as you can see, I've transformed the Triceratops, the Saber-toothed Tiger, and the Mastodon back into their Zord modes. So for pretty much for the Triceratops and the Triceratops and the Saber-toothed Tiger, they basically transform the same way, and so does the Mastodon. So I'll transform these first before I do before I show you the transformation for the Dragonzord. So you know how this is done because it's just done it there. So I'll do the Mastodon at the end. So I'm going to need that. That's very important. Right, so you take the Dragonzord and you take the tail off. And be very careful. You slide that in and it becomes a point because that's going to be useful later on. Right, you take the Dragonzord and you split the Dragonzord in half. And the chest piece will come out. So you just set that over here. And then you put the Dragonzord back together again. Right, you take the arms and they fold in like that. They just collapse in. They just collapse in. And then you take the feet, which the Zeds look amazing. See, in the American version, the stickers were just lightning bolts and it looks terrible. So you just, like that, and you just fold that up there. And what you do is, you just move that up there, and you do the same with it. Well, you do the same with the other one, and this will stay up on me. And, come on. So it looks like that. And then take what is the arms, and they fold and tip together, which creates a shield. So that's the Dragonzord in fighting mode nearly done. So you just take the saber-tooth tiger and the Triceratops, and you just, of course, it's got the same feet bits as the Triceratops, as the Tyrannosaurus. So you just go, and then you take the Mastodon, the same thing. You take the head off, like so, and then you do the usual hand thing that I showed you in the fighting mode, like so. And again, there's clips on the side, and it just goes on like this. So you hear a clicking noise, and you just flip that up. And then that's it, not done, because there's a weapon. So you take the Dragonzord shield chest piece, then you, and that just clips in like that, like so. And then you take the tail, and it slots, there's like a wee hole there, and a really wee thing that just slots in like so, and there you have the tail. There you have the Dragonzord in fighting mode weapon. There's a handle for this, but I don't know where it is. It's there somewhere, and I can't remember open it out. But it will go on to the hand of that. And that's Dragonzord in fighting mode. And remember to put the guns on the back. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Oh dear. It has a face, obviously, and you just flip the mouth down like that, and you just go like so. I'll do it up close. Like so. Dragonzord in fighting mode. I love Dragonzord in fighting mode. I really do. Lovely piece of. And also, I'll give you a tip. What you can do is you can take the 93 versions of the Triceratops, Saber-Tooth Tiger, and the Mastodon, and you can balance it on the Legacy Dragonzord. It's very hard to do. You need to balance it, and it's a chance of breaking it, so I don't recommend it, but it is doable. And I'll just give you a close-up of the Dragonzord in fighting mode. Lovely thing. And then you just put the weapon beside it, and then you bring in the T-Rex, and you bring in the Triceratops, or the, you know, the amount of times I get these names wrong, it's crazy. A pterodactyl, and they all fight together. Right, I'll now move on to the Megadragonzord, which is very simple. Right, so there we are. Quickly, I have transformed the Megazord back to Megazord mode off screen. So for Megadragonzord mode, what you do is you put the Mastodon shoulders down like that. You take the head and you fold these bits back in, so it's like that. So you transform the Dragonzord out of its Dragonzord in fighting mode bit. You put the head up like that. Put the arms back to the way they were, so. Split it. Right, there's two wee things, and there's two wee clips, and you flip them out like that. So what you do is you basically just put the Dragonzord on top of the Megadragon as a hat, like so. And that just clips in. And that's pretty much Dragonzord in fighting mode. That's all there is to it. Now, what I'm going to do is, this didn't happen in the show, but you can do this with the toy. Now, what way did this instruct us to do? Now, you can take the Dragonzord centerpiece and you put it in like that. And then you can take the tail and it goes in like that. It goes in like that. And that was never used in the show, but you can do it for the toy, and I showed you on the back of the box. I don't really know if they ever did it in Zoo Ranger. I'm not sure. I only ever got to an episode past the Dragon Ranger Bury arc, so I don't know. But I'll give you a close up of Dragonzord in fighting mode, like so. Right, so that's Dragonzord in fighting mode. Right, so we'll then move on to the big boy himself, Titanus. Now as you can see, Titanus is massive. Now Titanus was the first of the Ultrazords, and I love Titanus. As you can see, I haven't got around to getting the Shoeacker stickers for Titanus yet. I just have never got around to it, and I don't know if I can be bothered doing it. But I might do it someday. But at the minute, this is just Titanus for how he is. I got this off eBay for £20, which I thought was a good deal. I had no box or nothing, but it's still pretty good. Now, this is Titanus in its normal mode. Now, Titanus would only ever show up for Ultrazord. The first episode that showed up was it's called Gung Ho, where Tommy and Jason were doing like a karate style thing in a boxing ring, and they had to do teamwork. So Rita had made super parties, and they had to go and get weapons for it. And Tommy and Jason had to work together, and to get the weapons, they had to face Titanus. But that was a test. Then after that, Titanus became an ally, and I had him in either for Ultrazord. Titanus come out, blasting rocks, and there was one time in Doomsday where Titanus helped them out, come out with the guns blazing. So before I show Megazord and Dragonzord, I will show you how to prepare Titanus for the Ultrazord. So simple as, you put this bit up, and if you have them stored in it like I do, remove them. That's one good thing about having Ultrazords like Tor and Titanus. You can store a lot in it whenever it's not being used. Of course, you come with a chain that comes in handy later. Now, you take the tail off. The Titanus has a tail. You see how long that tail is. The way I have Titanus displayed, I think I just said Tor there. Oh, silly me, Titanus. You take the tail of Titanus off. You split them, and then they become the guns. Now, there's two wee bits here that you connect the guns to, and they just go in like that. As you can see, there's a wee hole there, and they just simply go in like that. So, that there. And you take this wee chest piece off that later. That later is going to come and play with the Megazord. I'll just set that there. And then what you do is you lift the neck up, and you flip this down, and you push that down, and you put the head forward. And that's Titanus pretty much ready for Ultrazord. Now, Titanus does come with battery powered motion, but my batteries have run out, so I can't really show you it moving, because I haven't really space to show you, but it does move. Oh yes, you take these off. I really forgot that. You take these off, you take the feet off, and they become the gauntlets for the Megazord. And that will come off, be careful. Right, here we go. Right, so just move Titanus aside a minute to prepare Megazord for... And here we have Megazord again. Right, so take the tail off, and it goes in the back where the tail was. I'll show you how to do that quickly. Of course, that would happen. Be careful, the thingy can't come off. You just put that in there like that. And you have the tail for the Dragonzord. Right. And you take the chest piece off as well, so it's pretty much in its original Dragonzord in fighting mode, and it goes here, like so. Right, take the gauntlets, and the gauntlets are going to go here. You just put the fists forward, like that, and they just clip on here, easy as anything. You hear that clicking noise? Once you hear that noise, you know you've done it right. And there we go. And that's it, pretty much ready. So what you do is you lift it, and it just slots in like so. And I'm actually surprised that's actually made. I am actually surprised that has actually made the camera. And what have I forgot? I forgot to put the chest piece in, and it just slots in there. And that's it now, ready for Ultrazord. And then you take the chain. The chain becomes the chamber comes about, and what you do is there's like wee, just take this off a minute. There's like wee doors on the claws, and you just take that out. And you put the chain in like that, and you close the door. Like so, and then you just clip it back on again. It's advisory to do this before you clip the gauntlets on. There we go. Sorry, that took a wee bit of while to do that there. So what you can do is, there's two ways of doing this. You can stick them, there's a hole in the neck of the Titanus neck, and you can put them in there, like so. And it just looks like he's controlling Titanus, you know, like that. Or there's two wee holes down here, and you can do it that way as well, which I just recently discovered. I didn't realise you could do it that way. I think I nearly prefer it that way. Alright, come on. It's very fluttery, this. Like so, and in a way I sort of prefer that. So that is the Ultrazord Season 1. Now, when they called this here, they meant business. It would blast blaster bolts from the guns, from the Dragonzord shield, from this wee bit here, from here. It was just a massive can, just absolute rockets, and it does get pretty heavy. So I'll attempt to show you a close up of it. Just. It's very heavy. Very, very heavy. So that is Ultrazord. So I'm now going to transform it all into Megazord, Dragonzord and Titanus, and then I will conclude the video. So there you go. That is pretty much my take on the Season 1 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zord reviews, or the Zoo Ranger Zords, if you want to go as far back as the Japanese show. I will give these toys a 10 out of 10. They're fantastic. They're sort of getting rare now, so if you want to get them off eBay, they're going to cost you a bit. I was not going to get them when I did. But I would just keep an eye out, and you maybe get them cheap enough, but they're very rare now. As I say, they were made in 1992, so they're not new toys. As you can see, I've looked after them and put accurate stickers on them. Haven't done it with Titanus. But that's very much my review of the Season 1 Zord. I really hope you enjoyed this, and in the time of recording this, it's Christmas Eve, so can I just wish all my viewers a very Merry Christmas, and hope you have a very good Christmas day tomorrow, and hope you enjoy that there. Like, of course, on this video, even though it's Power Rangers and it's toys, it's not for kids, and I will put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video that it's not for kids. So like the video, make a comment, subscribe to my channel, and there'll be a lot more content coming up. I've still got to do my Lightning figure reviews. I've got 19 now, so I might just do one big video with them all in it. I've only done a couple so far, but if you check my channel, you'll see them. But this is a short video. I hope you enjoyed it today, and I will see you around, guys, and have a very Merry Christmas.